Mr. Austin, I received your little request. You know, you will be punished for this reprehensible act of defiance, right? What are we gonna do about this, huh? What are we going to do about this, Mr. Austin? You got any last words?
You do me a favor and wipe the sweat from my face. It's burning my eyes.
Any last words?
Look, I only...
There's no need to apologize.
I only wanted to...
Running more Power Rangers!
I only... Hey! Timon! Oh!
Any last words, Mr. Austin? I know you asked for a raise, and you know I would give it to you, but it's not in the budget.
You just bought a private jet, 5 talking camels, a 24-karat executive desk for your office.
Wait. Who told you about the talking camels?
You told me to write them off as a corporate expense.
Did I tell you to expense them?
Yes.
Okay. Awkward. You haven't been at the company long enough.
I've been here 15 years.
Hamster years or dog years?
Human years.
Oh! Oh, you was this close! Oh! You almost had it. If it was hamster years, we could have worked something out. But that vacation time, though, denied. Hey! But I put that request in a year ago. Pre-COVID or post-COVID?
Does it matter?
I'm glad we're on the same page. Oh, I know today is your off day, but if you don't mind, could you come into the office? I need some hobbits expensed. No pressure, though.
I couldn't blame anyone but myself that I was in this situation. That was the day I decided to take my destiny into my own hands.
What's going on, guys? My name is L.A. Austin, entrepreneur and filmmaker, and welcome to Millionaire Misfit. I created this channel as a resource for individuals who, quite frankly, hate their job, or you may actually like your job, but hate having your fate put in the hands of morons like the guy I just depicted in this video. So for today and all other future videos, I will be providing you with entrepreneurial hustle strategies, a millionaire mindset mentality, and inspirational short films to help you rewire your thinking and help you develop a plan to freedom. Get out of the matrix and stop being a sucker.
What you doing, sucker?
For a job that's gonna drain the life out of you and leave you nothing for your family or yourself.
I set the building on fire.
Like most people, I was tired of my job, having to be told when to take vacation time.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow.
That day job was actually the impetus that forced me to understand what was important to me, and that was freedom.
I quit!
Whether you are 20 or 60, it's never too late to change your mindset. I left my job almost 4 years ago. Took a leap of faith, believed in myself as an entrepreneur, and I haven't looked back. I proved to myself I could make more money betting on myself, believing in myself, than having a day job.
So I'm raising the stakes.
I am going to see if I can make
$1 million in 1 year.
Is it possible? I'll be starting off with 5K to work my way up to that million. I can hear it now from some of you. Already whining, talking about,
LA, if I had 5K, I would have already been a millionaire.
shut up, sucker. If you had 5K, you wouldn't be whining that you don't have 5K. So that brings me to my bigger point. I'm not here to be a cuddle buddy or have the cute golden retriever eyes like some of these YouTubers have when they tell you, you can make
$10 million in 2 days. I'm gonna show you how I did it in 15 seconds.
You're not getting that with me, but what you are getting is Dunkin', not Starbucks. To put it in a bigger perspective, Godfather Part 1, Part 2, and not Sesame Street. I don't believe in a system stopping you or repressing you from being successful and winning in life. If you're blaming other people for why you're not successful, you are sheep, man, AKA sheeple. Bah! That's a sheep sound effect, right? Bah!
Down to our ability to accept.
Until you take accountability for your actions, you would never be successful in life. So for the individuals out there that are really serious and genuinely want strategies to help them, I'll be discussing in a later video how I went from 0 to 5K that's coming out very soon. Once you take that step and you start taking responsibility and accountability for your actions, you'll be on your way to flourishing. If you're feeling hopeless and not motivated, I get it. I've been in that dark place. I've been depressed, fearful of failure. So I can relate to most people out there struggling, trying to find their way in life. But I challenge you to start fighting for your dreams and the goals that you want to accomplish in life. Here's a couple pointers that'll help you get your mindset in the right place. First thing is, what is my why? I want to go to the bank, withdraw $1 million and $1 bills. Now let's make it $2 bills, make it more exotic. I want to take it all out and dump it in a kiddie pool. And I just want to, Michael Phelps, I want to swim in that kiddie pool. And I want to do that backstroke, you know what I'm saying? Then I want to do the frog. Is this the butterfly? No, it's the frog. I'm going to call it a frog because that's what I think it is. I'm going to do the frog. Swim in that money like Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck. Is it Uncle Scrooge or Scrooge McDuck? I'm thinking about McDonald's. That's nasty. Obviously, you have to have a bigger why. My why would be legacy. That's the moral core of me, and that's what I'm a fight for. It's to maintain that integrity of being able to take care of my family. Let me tell you a quick story about my family and the exposition and background of where I come from. We didn't grow up in a rich or poor household. We were just okay, and we weren't even middle class. We were like, I would say we were below middle class. I don't know if this still goes on. I remember going in the refrigerator. If you're that type of person that went in the refrigerator, took out a raw hot dog with the juice and the liquids that's dripping off the raw hot dog, ate it just like raw, just like
Just savage with it, like.
bologna and cheese sandwiches, which I would never eat again. I remember my mom having a car that my grandmother gave her. It was like this light blue Thunderbird. And it wasn't the cool Thunderbirds, man. This thing was, I don't know what it was, man, but it was a hoopty. I appreciate it. I'm glad we had transportation to get to point A to point B. Going to school, your mom drop you off in that type of car, you're just like,
Just keep going, Ma. Keep going. Just drop me off at the football field.
that illustrates a little bit of my background. I've never seen a millionaire in my family, not one. When you look back, there is no millionaires. So for me, legacy and providing for the next generation and giving them the information and data that they need so they can be successful is crucial. This is a good thing to remember. There is always someone in a worse situation than you. If you're someone that lives below the poverty line and you look at your generation and there's no millionaires present and you're seeing that everyone was poor, why not change it with you? Change your legacy for the next generations. What is your why? Is it legacy? Provide a better future for your children? Or is it just freedom that only money can give you? Now, we talked about the why. Now let's talk about my weaknesses, my obstacles in life. I have extreme social anxiety. Being in a group of people mentally drains me. I can do 4 people, but you add that 5th person in, and that 5th person gotta go. 4 is the max. Doing the simple things like going to the grocery store is like a vampire sucking the soul out of me. There's always that one individual, and you know that person. And if you don't know, it's you that sits in the middle of the cereal aisle, texting, taking selfies, blocking me from getting my Fruity Pebbles. Now, I should be looking at the oatmeal, but today I want Fruity Pebbles. And it's always that one person that's oblivious to what's going on. And that's like the ultimate annoyance. At this point, you can tell I have a misanthropic attitude towards society. Not to mention I hate public speaking and I'm dyslexic. I read this as murder. I want you to know that I'm flawed like most people. These are my weaknesses and struggles that I deal with every single day. I want you to look at yourself and examine what weaknesses you believe are actually stopping you from reaching your goals. Weaknesses bring about fear, which prevents you from taking action.
Message!
So I was on the phone with my mom. She has some tests done on her. We end up finding out she has lupus. And as a kid, you always think of lupus as like associated with death. Although it can be fatal, it's more manageable these days, and she has her good and bad days. But we were talking about dreams, and her dream was to go to New York and see The Lion King on Broadway. Now, she probably can afford it, but she won't pay for a trip like that for herself. For me, my primal motivation is to have the finances to take care of my mom and make sure she goes to New York and have a great dinner and be able to see The Lion King and stay in a nice hotel and just enjoy itself. That's my primal motivational factor. You know, that's what motivates me. Finding a why is so effing important. That is going to be one of the components that keep you going and fighting for your goals. Now I have my why, now I have to build my discipline. I have good discipline. However, to get to where I need to go, I need to raise the bar.
All right, you guys don't judge me on the mismatched socks, man. It happens. All right, this is awkward. 232? Man, I need to lose about 30 pounds. I got the Harlem Shakes going on. Got to get that taken care of, man. Out of shape, man. Eating a little too much. First thing I need to do is start getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, going to the gym and working out. For me, that has always been a staple for me, and it makes me feel good inside and out, and I feel productive and get a lot more done when I'm heading to the gym and eating healthier foods. I'm gonna have to cut all these carbs, man, and this cheesecake out. So consistency is the key. If you can't keep a commitment to yourself, you certainly won't have the dedication to pursue your goals in life. How would I be making my money to get me to that $1 million mark? I will be accelerating 3 streams of income. You need multiple sources to make this work. E-commerce, eBay, I hope I said e-commerce right. Filmmaking, stocks, and index funds will be my 3 primary sources that I'm going to supercharge. Now, my wife and I just did a $203K renovation loan on our home that we purchased 2 years ago. Real estate may be a 4th source of income. Find things that you are passionate about. I like selling stuff behind the computer. Why? You already know why. I'm an introvert. However, if I want to make it to $1 million, I'm going to have to do some uncomfortable things like building connections and genuine relationships, human interaction. What I'm trying to say is find out what you are good at and passionate about. I suck at a lot of things. I'm awkward. I avoid uncomfortable situations unless I absolutely have to. Pessimistic, cynical. I have to work twice as hard to see the glass half full. Building connections and networking don't come easy for me. I'm boring, like watching water boil. Look, the point that I'm trying to make is everyone has intrinsic abilities. No matter what your shortcomings are, look deep within yourself and find it. You have great qualities no matter who you are. Even a dog has talent. We all have some kind of talent. Some people are extroverts. Some people are hustlers, can sell ice to a penguin. Math whiz. Once you find your talent, come closer. Write it down. Find a journal and write it down. I know some of you guys out there love
the iPhone and stuff. I prefer to write it down, but you can write it down in the iPhone. Just the point is, write it down somewhere. If you don't know what you're good at, ask someone that's close to you. Not a hater friend. You know, if you got a hater friend, that first off, they shouldn't even be in your life. Someone that can see you from an objective point of view and understand who you are. Usually that person can see traits in you that you didn't think you had. Again,
Write down what you're good at.
if that individual say, hey, you're good at snow plowing, you better write it down. For instance, one of my strengths is I have tenacity. I am kind of like a aborable dog.
It's the size of the
Fight in the dog.
Although I'm cynical and pessimistic at times, if I can't see this glass half full, I'm gonna sit here all day until there's something in this glass. Once you find out what you're good at, become great at it. That's gonna be the tool that makes you successful and unique. We all have superpowers. Oh man, we on that Marvel shit right now. The next thing for me will be sacrificing things that I spend unnecessary money on. Apologize for the mess. Like I said, we were doing a 203K renovation loan, and we had to use those funds to do important stuff to the house. We eventually get this closet done. So I'm a frugal type of guy for the most part. But I do spend money on sneakers. Now my sneaker game isn't like the youngins on Instagram, but it's decent, man. I'm a Jordan fan, and you know, I have some Yeezys that I don't even wear. You know, this is like, it's really gratuitous to have sneakers that you don't even wear. To be honest, if you in your early 30s, late 30s, man, you should only have 3 pairs of sneakers. And that's how I look at it. I just think about like all the sneakers, man, they're like 200. Some of them are 3, some of them are even 4, that I could have used that money and put it towards index funds and stocks. But out here buying sneakers, man, and it's completely superfluous to be doing stuff like that. Not to say I should deprive myself from the things I want in life, but you really gotta put into perspective. What are you willing to sacrifice to make it to $1 million? And I think this is one of them. This is my uniform here, man. I have sweats and stuff. I went to Old Navy. You know, they have some good sweats at Old Navy. I ain't gonna need a lot. I wear these. I know it's pretty gross, but you know, I wear the paint sweats. To be honest, I can't fit in my clothes I bought 2 years ago. So that's why I wear sweats and t-shirts. Another thing that I am looking to sacrifice is subscriptions. If you're like me, you went into this thing thinking like subscriptions were going to be cheaper than having cable.
Cable guy!
But it's not. It's not. We got HBO, Paramount, Netflix, Hulu, Shudder, Amazon, Disney, Tubi. I think that's free. Criterion Collection. I know I'm forgetting some. Oh, Lifetime. Don't you hate on the Lifetime. I watched that. 90 Day Fiance with the Wife. Oh. It's just expensive to have cable than these subscriptions. So that's something I'm definitely gonna have to cut. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to find somewhere else to sacrifice. I don't know about giving up subscriptions. Netflix, Squid Games and stuff. I don't know. The idea is to find other places in the household where I can cut and eliminate so I can use that money to do other things with. All right, guys, I already talked about the why, but I'm gonna beat that dead horse, man. I have a letter here that my father left me before he passed, and I ain't gonna read it to you because it's freaking personal. Basically what he was saying in this letter is he wanted to guide me in the right direction and show me how to be a man in the hard world and just in life, you know what I mean? And this is what gets me up in the morning every single day, to provide for my family and do the things that he didn't have the opportunity to do. Time is so important, and to utilize your time in the right way so you can spend more time with your family and friends, the ones you love, man, it's crucial. Your why is the subtext of your character, and that's important. You gotta always remember that. Now let's talk about the reality. According to spinmenot.com, they estimate 20 1.27 millionaires are here in the US, and the population is roughly 250 million adults. So I'm not a math whiz, that's not my superpowers, but that's someone out there. I'm thinking that's roughly 8%. Now this is where the cynic and pessimistic individual comes out of me. The odds are slim, 8%, but then the tenacity, the dog in me, damn it, I want my piece of the pie. I want my piece. That's when having your strength outweighs the weaknesses. I know there's a lot of distractions out there in the social media world where it distorts
Reality.
You see people on Instagram and they're like spending money and just showing off the money. Not all that is real. For me, it was like finding out like, man, wrestling is fake? And you're like, what? You see all the bling. Is that still a word? I'm showing my age. I don't want you guys to lose focus on what's important. Have a vision. Know who you are. Don't let that stuff bother you. Don't get depressed by it. Just work harder for what you know is truthful and honest. Make sure you guys keep your faith and continue to strive to make your dreams become reality. Walt Disney once said, all dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. I'm gonna do my best to get to 1 million, but if I don't make it in 1 year, you think I'm gonna roll over and just be like, I'm done? Nah, I get there eventually. I will be keeping you guys posted on my journey to my $1 million mark. In the meantime, I will be posting every week with inspirational short videos, hustle strategies, and motivational tools to help you guys find your way to freedom. If you need a kick in your ass and you're trying to get out that victim's mentality, you at the right place. Keep in mind, this channel, like I said, is not for the sheep, the sheeple, the bad. Yeah, I'm kind of annoying myself. If you're digging the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification, and welcome to the Millionaire Misfit. I'm out.